having the audio live before we start going on video.
I feel like a great magical morning.
It does.
Some reading, coffee, incense burning.
It does feel like a good magical morning.
Discussion, which is nice.
Yeah.
We worked on our volume discussion. We need to this week get another one of those done. It's nice we have one of those videos done.
Yep. I really want to talk about redoing the Calling the Corners. I like ours. I'm going to make it a posterity version and we'll save it away.
I would like to write a new corner. Do that as well.
I don't know if we want to start from fresh or alter what we have, but I'm fine either way. So I want to do that. Like, totally.
So yeah, I was thinking about that too. I love ours, but it feels like it's time for a update.
Yeah. All right, let's get Copilot closed. We have a good connection.
I need to figure out what tarot. If we're gonna do tarot. Oh, probably the tattoo tarot. Maybe I think it's over on my desk.
The Tattoo Tarot.
That's the first deck I bought myself. But it's something treasures. And I wanted it so bad. I even got home and drove back for it. And I couldn't read it.
Why?
At first, I don't know. I couldn't connect to it. I ended up getting the Morgan Greer and connecting to that one. But now I can connect to the tattoo. Isn't that weird? Or like, just because you may like images of something, you may not connect to it. And I also think that you connect to different imagery at different times.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm gonna get my props. I mean, my hat and stuff.
Good morning, Nick. We're getting a few final touches put together here, but we've changed a couple of things, so I wanted to go ahead and get us live. But I am having some sound issues.
Do you need a refreshing of any kind of beverages? Coffee, Pagan?
Yeah.
I get my paraphernalia.
Do I have more coffee left? Oh, he's weird. Yeah, I can't. I'm trying to get the music to play through the. What do you call it? Through the streaming channel itself. Through OBS, but it's not. It's only doing it OBS when we're live on video, but I can't get it to do the desktop audio capture.
This is definitely a witchy den. A witchy work area.
There it goes. All right, so the music is going through. Hopefully. We are listening to the relaxed movement, which is something I play a lot in the background while I'm working. It is just nice, calm, really good background music. I need to make a few changes on my what do you call it? My PlayStation real quick. So you can still hear us, but the video and music might cut out for a second.
Do you want to use my deck of these? That you're looking for?
I've got my Dragon Tarot I'd like to use today, but
I want to catch up on you how to explain stuff too.
Y'all be doing a lot of stuff all at one time. I'm gonna log out. I want to go into
Go to main. No, go to home. Or the PlayStation button. Okay, now go down to the bottom. I want to play some more stuff. Oh, coffee. You want a coffee?
Yeah,
But they do.
Uh, let me do my postings, which I keep forgetting. I don't know why I always forget. All right. But yeah, I'm excited about today. We have quite a few things we want to talk about. Because some current event things, reading some new books, finally finished some books, which has been really fun. Let me see if that's the right link.
Yeah. Let me get my paraphernalia. No?
Your paraphernalia?
Yes. Topic of discussions. Oh, how lovely that is. Lovely.
Lovely, lovely. Good morning. We got quite a few good things to talk about today. I'm excited. Make sure the music's not coming through twice, through the speaker and through the other stuff. Couple of lag issues this morning, so if you guys, if we get kicked off, as we tend to do once in a while, we'll pull back in pretty quickly, hopefully. But so far things are going well. All right. I think we're kind of set up. I'm just waiting for Rook to get back here so I can then go to the restroom real quick. Because I have to be. I have finally finished the Journey of Souls and I'm ready to start the next one, but in the meantime, I'm also reading up on some healing stuff because of one of the classes that I'm currently in. So just a lot going on. I think I've got 4 more classes left for my quote-unquote PhD, seminary PhD. So it's very interesting. Unexplained, good morning. So glad to see you back in the mix. Great conversation last night. I really wish it could have gone on forever. Like, there was a lot more we could have talked about. Might hit a few of those topics today, too. So, let's see. I think it was already on. Huh. Our keyboards are really, really, really slow. Yeah, well, every night, every Friday, we do Apocrypha, not on this channel. But we always, I go live. Rook mostly does. But we go live and do our Apocrypha show, which has been going on 4 or 5 years maybe now. Every Friday night at 8 o'clock Eastern. It is a Satanist, left-hand path, occult style, Voices of the Hidden podcast. It's always an hour long. But yeah, we do that every Friday. That is on Adius Dade's channel. But yeah, that's an ongoing. It is not specific to my belief system, but it is a really great occult conversation. Yes, Nick, it is not our channel. Let me see. I'll link it real quick. I've been the co-host of this show over on my friend's channel for quite a while. So we'll link it in just a second. He goes live quite a bit. Adius Dade. His stuff is very different from ours. More left-hand path specific. Satanist, very specific to those kind of things. Ours, we do is a much more, I would say, not just pagan in general. He's a lot more specific to his path. We are a lot more pagan-y. But again, been doing that show for a very long time, so I'm gonna link him here if you guys want to check it out. For those of you who don't know. So
this is quite nice.
yeah, I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick since you're back. So keep talking. They were asking about Apocrypha a little bit.
Oh, Apocrypha. Yeah, it's quite nice. You've been doing that. Yeah, you like 5 years, and I just kind of get to go on when they let me. It's fun. I'm definitely not a left-hand path expert, but it is sure nice to be included in the discussion for a different perspective. So for sure. Yeah. Yep. That's the one. Yep. Mr. Malice. Yes, Nick. Hey, Manny. Who's all in here? Unexplained. I've got to catch up on, excuse me. I've got to catch up on some messages Unexplained and reach out to you. I hope you had a great week. You guys did a really, I don't say good, but it was a thoughtful podcast last night. Unexplained and Adius and Mystic and Maeve and Black Witch Dyra. It was very good. Yeah, I mean, it's hard enough for me to to work on one video at a time. My responsibilities and lack of focus sometimes precludes me from that. I hope everybody's having a great day. It is beautiful. We got up and had coffee. I've been able to do a little reading and a little discussion with Mystic here, which was nice. And then we get to visit with you all a little bit on a Sunday. It's very, very, very great.
What I got.
And then we have 2 new babies that are very good for puppies. I'm very surprised. They're very good little girls. And last week we went to the Sarasota Medieval Fair, which was always a lot of fun. I'd like to maybe go back again next week for even a short time for it's the Magical Beings weekend, which is like fae, gnomes, fairies, dragons. Ooh, pumpkin spice latte on. Oh, heck yeah.
Hey,
I had one the
Manny.
other day, PSL in the house, and I'm not scared to say it. It sounds good. That's a magical brew,
I
Manny.
can't have it. Way too much sugar. At least the
Hey, little Teresa.
commercial ones. I'd like to make one that's not so sweet.
We should figure out how to make a low sugar or 0 sugar PSL, but the herbs aren't. It's just the cream.
To make it taste decent.
Maybe we need a sugar-free cream or something. And yes, today are we on where they can see us?
Yeah, they can now.
So why I'm wearing this hat is because part of the thing I want to talk about is magical garb, accoutrement things, making and buying. Well, I bought this one last weekend at the Sarasota Medieval Fair. It's a business hat, another one, and I by no means could make this. So things that you can outmake, I think it's obviously okay to buy.
Things you can make, you can also buy.
Things you can make, you can also buy if you want
Mystic
to.
Manny, we have 2 of them. One is being camera shy, but this is the runt baby.
She is so cute. Her name is Piper.
Hi, Piper.
What do we call her? Piper, and she has a fae name.
Piper Methisticum.
Piper Methisticum. And then, yeah.
You're going to have to go get Prue.
The
Jesus
pimp hat
Christ.
is essential attire.
She should have been
Yes.
named Prue. You're going to have to go get
I'm
Piper
sure-
or Prim.
I will go. I want to show them.
This is just my baby. Well, you're putting it in front of the TV, not the camera. Hey, baby. So yes, we have these new monsters. They're so cute. She's such a... Oh, I love them. Yes.
So I'm very proud of that hat. I'm going to learn to make one out of felt. But I had to have
lay
this.
Down with me?
Every year I try to get one thing. I allow myself one thing at the fair. And this year it's a wizard hat. Last year it was a kilt. One year it was a staff.
Yeah, I have my top hat for my steampunk outfit, and I have two of them actually. One is steampunk, and one is my magical hat. It is a top hat style, like a short. I should go get it.
That you remind me. That's what I got. I got dressed in school on because my character had on a steampunk top hat, and not a wizard hat, and it was out of uniform. Oh, I love this hat. I do want to learn how to make one like out of felt or something. But this was way out of my... That is too, but this is way out of my skill level. But it was really fun to get. It's my one treat and an early birthday present. Unexplained. Yeah. Hey, a WP hat, a wizard pimp hat. I'll take it.
Definitely going to talk hats and accoutrements.
Yes.
When we get there.
Garb, tools.
So this is my magical hat. I need to reform it a little bit. Handmade from a lady at the Renaissance Fair.
Oh yeah, you got that one there
ago.
too. Cool. I like that. They're very nice. Very high
Same
quality.
lady, I think.
I think it was.
Yeah.
This is... Oh, it's the lady. Oddly enough. No, it's a different lady. It's not the one that asked us about the dolls.
No.
This is Bruja. Bruja something. Outfitters.
I remember that being hers too, the name. But anyway, so that's kind of what we're going to talk about today. We were doing our makeup motorcycle ride today, but the person that kind of managed it wasn't feeling well, taking a rest. So yeah.
Oh.
Nick, I am not a hat guy either.
I don't look good in them. I only wear them for the connection.
My hair is not. My hair is thinning a little bit, but if it turns out like my dad, which is going to happen next 10 years, I have that hairline that just kind of like starts at one sideburn and goes straight across to the other, so I look like a half bald serial killer. I am definitely a hat guy, like a ball cap, but hats like these, I'm not good with. So I went to the hat lady and I said, "Hey, give me a hat that looks right." And I have two. I have a black steampunk one, which does not fit well. When I shake my head, it is very uncomfortable. It's just properly. And then this one, which actually is designed for me. It feels really nice. It's very comfortable, but I get hot really easy. So I've had a pretty good kratom dose this morning, so I'm hyper.
I feel like the books are washing our hats out.
They are a little bit, but people can zoom in on their own things, and we can zoom in too. You want to see something magical?
I love something magical. Ooh. Why do I look so odd? It's because this thing, the camera. I've never liked that angle.
We're going to come back here. Just in case. There you go. Now do you feel better?
Wait, let's see. Oh, where did my tail go? Yes, I feel better.
I wish you could find a way to get that to stand up. That'd be cool.
I need to figure it out.
You can. There's a little wire cone you can put in there.
I'm going to get it because to me, that's what a wizard hat would do. Trying to get it to stand up. So there's a little cone you can put in?
Yeah, there is. Oh, I'm glad the floor is clean.
Hat. Yes.
I'm glad the floor is clean.
No one likes a floppy one.
I don't know. Floppy's okay.
Well, yeah, sometimes if you're...
Oh, there's the whole room. I haven't played around with this camera much, but now that I'm playing around with the camera, you know, the same tree sap, that's the same thing for me mostly, but I have a very specific style of just regular ball cap I like. And it's funny because I wear it for like 5 minutes a day so that it flattens my hair because I have really fuzzy, frizzy hair.
I read Manny's thing. He needs leather.
Yeah, we need more leather too.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, so oops, I backed up the camera incorrectly, but oh well, you can see into our house a little bit now. Huh.
Let's zoom it back in.
I will. Let me get to it slowly, but I'll explain a couple things just since we're getting started in the background. If you look over to, this is my left. I don't know if it's your right, but it's my left.
This is my right.
This little guy here that you see is a really cool outline of him with the sun, and then the one behind them. These are two little, I don't know what we call them, but I call them fae, but they are carved singly out of large bamboo, and they've been with us for a long time. And then I have my the young green man. So the youth, the father, the sage. This is the father back here.
Oh yeah.
The youth and the sage are coming. Those are things that I want to do with her, Claire over the years.
Oh, from the UK.
We have
She's
one
lovely.
bookshelf. This is one of like 10. Our little chandelier that changes colors, and then Brad has his Santa Muerta over there,
Which I have not connected to, and I need to spend attention with.
and then way over there in the top right corner, that's actually our back door. Our living room and back door.
I've neglected.
I wonder how much this camera can get. Hold on, y'all. I just want to see. Oh, yeah, so you can now see that's our witch's ladder, and our we had to curl it up so that the dog won't be on it. But yeah, a little insight into our room. We've never really done that. Kissing chairs there in the middle. You can see our couch way back there in the corner. All right, let's get back on track here. I don't know how you got us off like that.
That has nothing to do with our topics, which is okay.
Do I need to put you in your... Do you even know how to turn this on?
No, I don't.
That's what I thought. All right, we're back to normal-ish. So, thank you, Manny. It is not a mansion.
No, it is not.
It is just your average Florida house. We got lucky to buy before the big bust of everything.
It's old. It's 2004. Well, not old,
not
but
old.
today's standards.
We have a lot of stuff in it.
We had a lot of crap.
We have a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
And we don't believe, or at least I don't want to speak for you, but I think I've rubbed off on you. I don't believe in a perfect house. I like a lived-in house. It's messy. It's got stuff everywhere, but you know what? It's comfortable. We have our stuff to do. But fun times. So, I'm not going to call... I don't think we should call the corners today.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. Because the last two times I like our corners. I'm still going to use them personally. But I want something new for this, and we need to update them.
Yeah, and it's not connecting me as much.
Yeah, it's not fitting as much with what we're doing, so... We're going to skip that this morning. We're going to work on trying to write one over the next few weeks. That one I wrote, actually, that's still used at the UU. That's part of their, one of the things that they do on their website now. So, it was originally written for them, too. Started there, so. Yeah.
I've got to write a little ritual for school. Let's hope they don't judge me like the other one did.
So what are you reading lately?
Reading. Reading am I. Okay, so a little bits.
Can you talk much?
Let Them by Mel Robbins, which I did not bring, which
I want to see that so
going
watch
through.
it so bad, read it so bad. And I said, oh.
I'm doing my studies with GSW, and I'm reading a little bit.
Say what GSW is,
texts.
because to medical people that means gunshot wound.
Oh, Great School of Wizardry. So one is a book I'm just reading, is a grimoire, and it helps me. It's like just a little book of, like a textbook.
Yeah, and I'm not part of it like Rook is, but the Gray School of Wizardry sounds like something I'm probably going to do. They seem to have a couple different versions, and the book I read like one page a week, so really slow, but I like it. It's so much content.
This
Very
is
neat.
What I not heard of Oberon Zell before this, or definitely not in detail. And what I have found, it is online, and you can do 2 online versions, self-paced, where you read through yourself. And then I am in the cohort, which I really love, and I'm with 2 other students, and every Monday from 7 to 9, we jump in. It's like a Discord, it's Second Life, and our instructor gives the lesson just like in school, and then we have conversations about it and immerse together, and it's a really good experience. But this book, Grimoire for the Apprentice Wizard, is kind of like a textbook, which is the way it writes it is just so nice to read. It's not, you don't have to decipher anything. It's explained very well, but not at an elementary level.
And not to cut you off, but I just am showing off. This is puppy number 2, Primrose. She's mad at me because I woke her from slumber. These 2 dogs are polar opposites, but they were born the same day and they're sisters. But yeah, so I wanted you guys to meet Prim too if you hadn't met Prim. So Piper is now under the table. We met her first.
Manny,
Okay.
I did not know
Oh.
that, but
I'm sorry to bug you.
that is very cool because the next book I did see something about unicorns in here is A Wizard's Bestiary by Oberon Zell, Ravenheart, and Ash Leopard Dancer DeKirk. And it's fiction. Well, it's about magical creatures. And I did pull one day about a unicorn there, but that's really cool. I did not know he had real life unicorns.
Did she leave already?
Cool.
She does not want to be up with us today.
And all these books are kind of like textish books, so I read sections at a time, other than the let them. And this last one that I've got by Oberon Zell is Gaia Genesis, Conception and Birth of the Living Earth. It really goes back to how everything, you know, the Earth is an organism. We're all part of one, and that humans are like the cells. I mean, of the Earth. It's really neat. And then he's got like 10 books. And the other one I want to get is Goodbye Jesus, I'm Going Home by him. And it's about Christians that have left and turned to paganism.
I love that.
Lancelot the Last Unicorn. Oh, I will. Thank you. So that's kind of what I'm doing. And I'm loving Grayskull. It gets back to my, I don't know, my sense to have some magical purpose other than just for myself. I'm really liking it. I'm liking the people, so that's kind of what I'm reading. What are you reading? Who are you? I've had a little bit of coffee this morning. Sorry.
Welcome, Kelvin. So I'm not doing the Grayskull Wizardry yet. I kind of think I might do something like that soon, but I am still finishing up my Thomas Francis, like a metaphysical seminary type thing, which has been very interesting. I'm currently in a philosophical metaphysics class, which is forcing me to read some new books. Natural Healing Wonders is one of them, Auras, and the Astral Plane. So I've been reading a lot of books about that. Very interesting stuff. I've learned a lot. The Astral Plane by C.W. I cannot speak today. By C.W. People have heard of him. Mind guy. Not alive anymore. Very interesting stuff. I've learned a lot about and actually changed some of my thoughts about elementals and how they work, the Astral Plane and how that works a little bit. So some new information has come in. But one of the most important books I think that I've been reading that I have now finished is Journey of Souls, which I don't have a copy of it with me, but Journey of Souls is all about near-death experiences and trying to learn and understand past lives, next lives, the ethereal plane and all that stuff. And I find, after finishing the first one, I'm getting ready to start the second book in the series, that it just feels right when you read it. It feels like sense is being made of things. And if you take out all of your preconceived notions and just read it for what it is and see people's experiences across so many different areas of life, it's really freaking awesome. So that's my main read. So now I'm reading, I think it's Destiny of Souls is the second book. And I'm also reading The Human Environment. The Human Environment is one of my school books. There's 6 freaking books to read for my current class, about halfway through. And this one is really, it's also about auras, but it's about understanding that we have such a narrow view or ability to perceive that we are taught. We have a much wider range of perception than we know. And tapping into that allows us to see and understand all the things that we don't have in front of us. So it's really cool stuff. I'm very, very hyper interested in it. I think it's exciting.
Is it the same kind of book as the first one with the story?
Well, this is The Human Environment that I'm talking about.
Oh, excuse me.
But yes, I haven't read much in the Destiny of Souls, but it is, oh my God, I can't remember his name now. I don't have it in front of me. But anyway, the guy that does it, Michael something, I think. No, I'm mixing 2 people up now. Anyway, I'll find it before we end the show. But regardless, it's called Journey of Souls. It's pretty popular. It's about near-death experiences. And then Destiny of Souls is the second one. And he presents case studies of people in hypnotism that he's really pulled up and really thought about, these issues and things that are happening all around us that people are experiencing, and why are people with so many different things experiencing it. And his case studies are great. That has also led me a lot to go back into the Mayan Bialik breakdown. Guys, I cannot tell you enough. Mayan Bialik's breakdown covers the gamut of science, neuroscience, mental health, mental illness, near-death experiences, things that science can't complain. And the way that Mayim talks about it, if you haven't ever seen Blossom, dating myself in the show, it's just an amazing podcast if you like that kind of thing. It's an interview style. They have new guests on, and these are really well-known astrophysicists. Just all these kind of really scientific people, and then some that are not. They have Kai Dickens on. They have Dita Young, who's an animal communicator. Just all kinds of people on the show, and to approach it the way she does is freaking awesome. So highly recommend that. And I'm almost done with the Empowerment Manual by Starhawk, which is an amazing book. It's just a really long read if you practice what you're learning in it. So that's very much helping me at work. Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, Nick, I think has, and we can talk a whole 10 shows about Hermetic Dawn. I believe in Hermetic principles. The Kabbalion is a really important book to me. I'm working with Rook right now, going through it, and we will be releasing a series of videos on the Kabbalion here very soon that talks about a lot of Hermetic principles.
Yes, it's hard for me to understand, so that's why he's kind of helping me.
Yeah, but the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn is something it's different. It just triggered that word, or that book for me, because we're reading it. The Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn has some really cool and I think amazing concepts and ideas in it, but its rigidity doesn't work for me. But I think it has, like pretty much all esoteric systems, it has so much to teach us. So I think it is very important to understand and know about Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. One person that I think does a really good job of this, if you're okay with accents, is Dr. Angela Puka.
She's cool.
Dr. Puka is a recent graduate with her PhD in the last couple of years, and she really studies witchcraft and all kinds of occult stuff. If you listen to her slowly and just pay attention, she's really, really good at breaking it down into understandable terms. She does one on the Hermetic, a couple actually on the Hermetic Order, if you want to learn a little bit, but I absolutely love listening to her. She does relatively short videos, and they're easy to read as long as you're somebody that doesn't mind the accent. She has a pretty heavy accent. Sometimes it can be hard to understand. So, nice, Nick. You know her? I don't know her.
That's cool.
I was in her Patreon, so I have talked to her face to face in a stream, not live, like me, not live video, but just talking. Because I was in her Actually, I'm still part of her Patreon. I think for like 3 or 4 years, but another really, really good one. Nietzsche and the Left-Hand Path, Kelvin, that actually is what got me into Nietzsche a little bit, which I do not agree with most of his stuff, but I like learning about Nietzsche because it really, really, gives you something to compare against, I think, for me. The Red Mother, I am not familiar with. Chicken Kabbalah, I'm not familiar with that either. That'd be interesting. What is Chicken Kabbalah about?
Book of Baphomet.
Unexplained is currently reading the Book of Baphomet. You know why?
Wow. Oh,
it's for Adius's review.
That's exciting, and I have no idea what it's about.
I have a chapter.
A chapter. I've not.
He didn't even share the whole thing with me, and I'm supposed to be his best friend.
I thought you were his best friend.
Apparently, it's not me now. It's Melvin.
Unexplained is the professional, though.
Yeah. No, I'm excited to hear about that.
Cool.
I think chapter 3 or some weird chapter. I don't even remember. Early on, and I have all the. By the way, I don't know why he hasn't done his cards yet. I have all of them. He's done his cards too.
Can you buy
They're
them
done.
yet, or was it
he
only
he has not put them out yet.
Did he give the people that kickstarted them?
Nope, no. And they're good. He's done them all. They're ready. I don't know why he's still stuck.
Mini one, yeah. It would have to be a mini but I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, and I hear you, Tree Sap, reading about medical labs, because I actually just got done reading a whole bunch of research and putting together a proposal for pharmacogenomic testing in our communities in assisted living for work. So
exciting.
Yeah, I feel you there. Definitely ready for a reading challenge. You know what we should do? We should. What do you guys think? This is kind of a poll, even though I don't know how to do a poll on YouTube. Should we dedicate one of our shows or two of our shows on Sunday for discussing reading challenges with people? Or should we do our shows normally and do a reading challenge discussion through Discord?
I don't know. Sometimes people don't like to talk on Discord.
what I'm
It might be
saying.
good to do it here, and if
Yeah.
they want to type better. But
What are your thoughts on that?
it'd be easier for them to communicate in
Mhm.
Discord.
Because the main-
How do you say it?
Synchronicity?
Asynchronously.
Asynchronous. Yeah.
Asynchronous.
No. In Discord, and this is both synchronous. The issue comes in if people really want to talk about their stuff on here is going to be very hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
that's
we
true.
could bring it on the show if you're interested. I'd like to do that. But what are your thoughts on that, everybody? We've done a couple reading challenges before. Everybody just kind of reads their own thing, and we talk about it, but we really challenge ourselves to read more and do more and kind of get into it. So very cool.
It's about the basics of
Um,
Kabbalah and
Hype for today.
adapting the principles and studying what works. I'd like to learn more about the Kabbalah, just because I don't know anything.
No,
really
there's
at all.
remember there's a difference between Kabbalah with a C and Kabbalah with
Oh,
a
the
K.
Q. What is it? K or Q?
There's a Q too, but that's a whole nother. Well, they're not a whole other thing, but they're different. I think that would be interesting. Nick, if you're ever interested in sharing more about it, I've got so many books I have to read. So
I'm really
many.
digging Ravenheart's books.
I think Ravenheart is not only is it readable, but it's immediately applicable. Is
Yeah.
why it's good because you can immediately do what he's talking about in there. And Psychic Witch and Mastering Magic are the same way to me.
I like those, but it's good to have the workbooks. But I feel like I wish they put all the workbooks like at the end, so you could read the material and then go through.
Either doing that separately. He was planning on doing that separately. They'll still be in the book, but there will be a separate workbook.
That would be better for me
Yeah.
because I like to read and then reference at the other section for the activities.
See, and I like it as you go through because it's related to the topic you're reading, and then I flag them. But everybody has different things, you know.
Yeah. He's a highly recommended. Ah, that's cool. That's what I said too. I don't know anything, so I got the book. Okay.
Yeah.
The author.
I know very basics. Only thing I know about anything related to the Kabbalah, and I don't even know which one it is using the Kabbalah, like the Tree of Life Kabbalah, and applying how the major arcana input or interact with each of the sections on the tree. I'll show you the tree. I have it in my tarot training booklet.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. When I train tarot, I train intuitive or system tarot is what I call it, intuitive system, which means you apply any system to the tarot itself and use it however you want to, whether it's for divination, whether it's for me, it's more mental self-help than it is about telling the future. It's aligning information and aligning energies. So the Kabbalah is a really great system that overlays on the major arcana and tarot very well that you can use to kind of apply it to learning tarot. So if you do the Tree of Life, the six-sided diamond thing with all the connections, then it's a very good way to apply the cards. Very neat. Whew. So, game for either. We'll have to figure that out and get a good time and stuff, because I really want to do that. I love talking about what we're reading, as you can tell. But on here, we don't get really deep into the conversation, and I tag things and topics that I want to talk about. So I'd really like to have those conversations live time with people to get input. We did a couple of times. We did a Discord like later in the day when we were out, and we had a whole bunch of people on.
Yeah.
Even though one had to get booted.
Oh God.
We did.
Race that was
Uh-huh.
Racist remarks and stuff.
That was crazy. But
Surprising.
anyway,
May I read one thing, just real quick?
why are you asking me?
That this is about the unicorn, and I just liked what it's in this book. It's not by him. It's a quote by Nancy Hathaway from her work, The Unicorn, and it says, let's see where it's at. Ah, here we go. In a time when the future looks bleak, the unicorn is a symbol, not just of hope or of strength. It tells us that the unattainable is worth striving for, worth searching for, worth believing in, even if it exists only in our minds. That was really neat.
I like that.
Out of all the pages I turned to, that was just kind of cool. So, the unattainable is worth striving for, hoping for, and believing in, even if it exists only in our minds. Like that. Cool.
All right. So we're going to kind of get into our topic a little bit so that we have time for tarot later. I think your first thought that you wanted to talk about was current events.
Yeah, so there is. Let me pull it up on my thing. I'm sorry I did not share the link, but I got this from Wild Hunt, and it's about Pete Hegseth. This was actually in late September, I think. He just had made a. Apparently, is trying to make the dress code in the military back into a strict thing or whatever. So, in Fort Wayne, Indiana, State Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth rounded up hundreds of top generals and admirals and scolded them on military standards and gave Trump's expectations of the armed forces under his civilian leadership. So he just criticized the military's dress code, saying he's called it an era of unprofessional appearance and we're ending it. No more beards, long hair, superficial individual expression. Adding that the days of rampant and ridiculous shaving profiles were over. No more beardos. He said that Special Forces would retain its long-standing exemption and quipped, "If you want a beard, you can join Special Forces. If not, then shave. We don't have a military full of Nordic pagans." And apparently he got some, backlash. And what did they mean by that?
First of all, Pagan is a recognized religion in the United States military.
It is. So he's probably, I don't know if he's stupid or thinks like everything else that they can just keep writing things out. Everything. Yeah. I hate these people. I really do. I can't wait till, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that, but I really do. If there's any hate to be had, it's unbelievable every day. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
And my one girl now, not necessarily about our stuff, but I'm so liking MTG lately.
Like everybody is talking about the three of them that are like breaking with the thing, which I think is always part of the process for them. They're opportunists.
I just can't believe it. Like I've never understood, and it's that party. And it maybe back 20 years ago, 40, 50 years ago, maybe it was the Democrats, but anything that tries to like take away things is just, I don't understand. I don't understand. But that's what it was. Our State Defense Secretary was saying he doubled down on his prior comments about pagans and said, "We don't need to be a military of beardos anymore. Do you know how many troops claim to be the Nordic pagan? No. Suddenly it's become this real fake religious affiliation inside the Pentagon where troops came to be Nordic pagans so they can grow a beard and nobody challenged them on it." So that's where he really got his criticism, as he should. A fake religious affiliation.
Yeah, I think he's using it as a slur, Nick. There are quite a few pagans in the military, and they have pretty good recognition because it is a recognized religion, so that helps more people be, open about it. What he is doing is using it as a slur to try to just, denigrate people who can grow a beard, apparently. Which makes enough sense to me.
Cares?
Yeah.
You have a beard.
Paranormal.
PW paranormal.
Don't get in trouble at work.
I cannot wait till the term elections. I hope there's not one Republican. Well, that's not true. I want a balance. I want the good ones because there are good ones.
There are.
They're very few now, unfortunately. A handful, but
they're all terrified of Big Orange.
Unbelievable. But I have to let that go because it doesn't do any good. Waste that.
I don't know what I just did on my keyboard, but something. I mean, that is what he's saying, but he's using it the way calling them beardos, and then we're not a group of pagan Vikings.
Like, why would you have to?
Yeah.
Well, that's okay, but it's where he said it's a fake religious thing. Even if he is just saying it, that they're doing it to get it. I mean, it's just stupid.
It's if it doesn't like if
Oh.
my thought has always been, hey dragon.
Hey, dragon.
My thought has always been, if you can get a religious exemption to something, then it shouldn't be a rule for anybody.
Yeah.
If you can say, well, your religion exempts you from this thing, then it shouldn't be a thing, right? Doesn't make any sense.
Oh, I didn't see Maeve. Where's Maeve?
Yeah, I still don't.
Hey.
Oh, there goes
Hey,
Maeve.
Maeve.
Good morning.
Sorry.
I missed you hopping in.
Water, excuse me.
You know, and then if having a beard is a requirement of the military, then it should be a requirement of everybody. I don't get the religious exemption piece of it when it comes to your body.
Well, they used to be really strict. Like when I was in the Navy, I would never be allowed to have these tattoos, which is stupid because it used to be a rite of passage.
So what do you do if you have tattoos in that era and you get drafted?
I guess you don't go.
Guess it doesn't matter, does it? Because it's
matter.
a stupid freaking rule. I hate shit.
Or
like
maybe
that.
you could be like the president and dodge.
It's so just. What's the word? I can't even think of the right word.
It's just
unimportant.
Yeah.
Stupid. There's a really good word for it. I can't think of it.
Irrelevant.
It is
pedestrian.
Irrelevant. It is pedestrian.
Troglodytes.
No, that's not the word I need.
Yeah, that's not really an appropriate word, troglodyte, for this instance. Okay.
I agree, Nick. It should be very specific to the situation. That's what I'm saying. If it's a requirement, because it's a requirement, then there shouldn't be a religious exemption for it. If there's a religious exemption for something, then it shouldn't be a requirement for anybody. Just doesn't make any sense.
On the beards.
Yeah. I think this is our standard. He's making it all up, and he's using them as a scapegoat to create a problem.
I can't wait till they're out. When are the elections? November next year? Yeah. It's a long time to wait, but
irrelevant. Yes.
Irrelevant. I can't wait. Till they vote them motherfuckers out.
What is the word when you focus on the thing that's irrelevant? That's the word I'm looking for. Ugh, I cannot.
2026, 2028. Oh yeah, 2028. That'll be great.
That's the presidential or midterm.
I want all them people.
But anyway, if somebody can think of that word, that'll be great.
Politics. Yeah.
So let's talk about our main topic so that we can get to cards too.
Yes.
There is a long-standing moot point is a really good word. We're getting closer.
Oh, come on.
I'm gonna think of it in a minute. It's gonna come out, and that is accurate, Nick. Completely agree.
Did you put this in the Polk County Pagan Market? So I don't know. Have any of you heard of Polk County Pagan Market on YouTube? It's a group.
It's a band.
It's a band, and apparently they have like a marketplace in Livingston, Texas.
East Texas, yeah, Livingston.
It's headed by Jason McClellan and I looked it up. They had a song on a Wild Hunt. That's how I got thinking about it, and it was really cool. So where'd it go? I've lost it now. But check them out, and they're really cool. Thank you.
What's it called? Polk County.
Polk County Pagan Market. And I'm just looking for that frickin' song now. Maybe it's down here more. Hold on. It should be.
There's actually a Polk County Pagan Market, but then there's a band with that name that performs there.
It's called Small Town Witchy Problems is the song that was released. And it's really cool. It's like had some neat pagan references in it. Polk
and
County,
it's Texas.
It's Polk County in Texas. I don't know if it's in the county. That's the county, but it's Polk County, and it's in Livingston, Texas. That's where they said it out of. So I assume it's Polk County, but it's really good.
Yep, Polk County, Texas is Livingston, so it is Polk County, Texas for sure. We weren't sure if they were just doing it in East Texas, but we're Polk County, Florida people, but they are Polk County, Texas.
Small Town Witchy Problems. Look it up if you get a minute. It's pretty cool.
So one of the things that we have as our topic today, which we're going to run through in about 15 minutes or so, and we'll talk about that too, Nick, because that's a part of our current thing. So we'll come back to that. Actually, no, let's do that first. All I know is there shouldn't be a vote to release it. It should just be released. Doesn't matter who's on it.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter what party they are. It just needs to be released, and it needs to be investigated equally. The only thing right now that I'm super pissed off of is Trump directing Pam Bondi to investigate Democrats tied to the list. And we know it's not just Democrats. I don't give a fuck if it's AOC or Barack Obama. If they're on the list, they need to be freaking investigated.
They need to be investigated. And they should be released for the public.
Yeah, there's no reason. There's just no reason.
And I love MTG's efforts for this. I never thought I would say. I love her. She is out there and she is giving it to him. I know politics.
Yeah, Trump denounced her, so we know she's doing the right thing.
Yeah.
He literally disowned her.
I'm in a little local healthcare politics, and I know in politics you do certain things for later, and things are done for a reason. But I really think she has not wavered on this one thing.
I just wish she wasn't so anti-gay, trans, and all that other stuff. But credit where credit is due on this one.
Absolutely, just like DeSantis. I don't like him, but he's done some good things.
Yeah,
specifically how he who's gonna vote and
that's the bigger question for me. Unexplained is how redacted is it going to be or altered, because I have no question that there are people that are going to be left off that list or redacted. Like
But I love the emails that have already been released, Maeve.
Right,
and it's already telling that. Even by association, I mean, and Trump is there. And the theory I like is, did he get Melania that way? I know that's totally not true, but it's a funny joke.
Why isn't Anonymous taking care of this? I'm surprised that they're not involved in pulling that.
I think it's going to come out, and even probably not to the degree of what the whole truth is, but all I can hope is everybody should, but that the main people that's taken down to this situation and told us about
I seriously think at this point that they're trying to start that investigation, Trump is, so that they can say, oh, we're not releasing them because we're in the middle of an investigation and we can't release it until the investigation is over. And then that investigation is going to take until he's out of office. Because they've already proven, according to the Supreme Court, that you can't send a president to jail. Which is ridiculous.
Stupid.
Yeah, no, he absolutely did. That's what we just mentioned. He revoked his endorsement of her. He was mad about it. He took it back.
And she's been getting death threats, not surprising, or threats to her safety.
Well, I mean, I like what she's doing, but she's still a shitty person.
Yeah, I don't know much about her. I got to research her.
I can tell you. All you need to know, she's shitty.
But you've looked it up. You've looked at her record.
I've watched her on TV say that we need to be put on an island and electrocuted because we're gay. So, there's that. But doesn't take away from the action she's doing now that is effective and I think needed. So we'll leave it at that.
What are they putting? He realized against releasing even revoked endorsement. Oh yeah, MTG. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's huge. She was out there for him like a psycho almost.
I'll be honest. I think if she can get this together, and I almost hope, and this is silly and very selfish, but I'm hoping like some of the people supporting. I hope there's gay people, and I hope trans people will go and support her for supporting this, and then she might be like, wait a minute. I don't think she will, but it would be neat to see them supporting her on this so that they could potentially change her mind one day.
That would be really cool.
Can you imagine? She would be the top of everybody's list.
She is one that that would be worth the effort to try. I think I would love to see her change, because if so, on other things, I would vote for her if she would.
I agree, but I'm going to yes at Tendril here because that 100%. Happy Sunday. There is not a lie in that statement.
Yeah. Hey, but maybe she's like Pagan and she has the right Dragon? Yeah, maybe she's Pagan and has.
I thought you were laughing at Tendril. Look at Tendril.
I didn't see Tendrils.
Spitting truth right above Dragon. Dragon, hilarious. I am 100% with you.
Yeah, that's true. From Truth and Power. Yep, they do.
It is definitely a performance, unexplained. Like, I really think it's a performance.
What?
Trump is the whole thing starting the investigation is just
all fake.
It's all of it's
distracting
screwed up
from something else.
Epstein was a piece of crap. People that went there were a piece of crap. We live amongst a world of pieces of craps. They're everywhere. Even though I'm still going to make my plug, I still think we are growing and moving towards enlightenment.
But I agree
just have
with
so much access to
the
shit.
fact that somebody Democrat. Why don't they get it released?
Yeah.
Somebody knows the names.
Anonymous.
If Democrats really
Come on,
wanted
Anonymous.
to do it, they could do more than they're doing. So they are trying to control both sides. But however, I like the narrative of one more than the other, even though I know it's still the same monster.
No, he did not self-delete. There is no question.
What does that mean?
Well, it's to keep you from getting ticked on the algorithms of YouTube if you say certain keywords. Just think about what self-delete means.
It didn't self-delete. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. No, he didn't do that.
Enlightenment Unexplained, we're not there, and it's going to be, I think, a couple more cycles, like whole world burning and restarting cycles, billions of years. But meaning people are starting to wake up more to that there is something else going on in the world, and there is something better out there, and there's something that's around us that is worth, even if it's just humans. We all can, I think, agree that the group that we are in, everybody in this chat really, and the people that are in Apocrypha chat, we're all working towards enlightenment of ourselves, even if it's not out there. It's doing better, reading better, being more, being kind. There's a whole group of this that's happening. We're way behind. We're not going to get to it in this lifetime, this world experience. If you listen to Dolores Cannon, she says there's 8 different world burns that have to happen. She says it completely differently, but that's how I say it. Meaning the whole world will just delete itself. Everybody will go away, and it starts back up from the primordial soup 8 times before it actually happens. Before we get where we need to go, and we're in cycle 5. So I find that very interesting. Don't know if I believe it, but it's just an interesting thought.
Thank you, Paranormal Witch. There's too many, but hey.
Look.
We can pull on. The good thing is, if we want a topic, we can kind of think of it and find a book on it.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely in there. And I mentioned in the chat just a little bit ago, if you guys have a topic you want us to talk about, I'd love to. We can pull a book and read on it and share what we find, because we're not the knowers, we're just the seekers.
I agree. How is she still alive? Probably just to the extent that they think she can help him, and then she'll be gone. I'm sure.
Yeah,
That's not our thing.
Yep.
Topic.
That's crazy.
1, 2, 3 times. 4 more times to go.
That unexplained. That kind of fits a little bit. Dolores says 8, and we're on number 5. So
7?
3 out of 7, kind of similar. I don't believe it. I mean, I don't disagree with it. I do believe it. It's sad, though. There's so much more that we could do. But I do think there is each iteration, I call it the ratchet effect, that we've ratcheted up a little bit higher each iteration of life, and I think we are ratcheting up. We're not going to get there, but I think we are ratcheting up. Of course, I have my own whole belief system on, reincarnation and all that stuff too, about our cycles and where we go, but that's for another show. I didn't make this hat.
What do you mean?
I didn't make it.
I didn't make mine either.
I really like it, though.
I really like my hat too.
And I think it has a lot of energy, and it's very useful in the practice.
It is. Because for me, this is definitely putting me in the mindset of focus on my magic.
Yep.
Even though I did not make this.
It's one of the explanations for why you should dress up for work is because when you dress up, you put yourself in a different mindset for the thing that you're doing. Agree, Dragon. So we've talked about this in the past about making your own things, and do you really need all these tools and all this stuff? And the resounding answer is no. You don't need all these tools, and you don't need all this stuff. But for certain people like myself, I'm very visual, very auditory. I like having this stuff. It really helps get me into the environment. It's why we decorate for seasons, because it gets us into that mode. So having the crystals around me, having wands and things around me, things that I have bought and things that I have made, have been very, very beneficial to my practice and very helpful to my practice. I don't think it's required though. Like, I can't make this. I think it's very, very appropriate to go out to somebody who has put the energy in the skill and does make it. So both have a place.
Yes. And what I am finding lately is that I enjoy, as amateur as I am, I'm working on something to make. I couldn't make this, but I'm finding I can learn to sew a felt hat. And I think the good thing about, if you can and wish to make your own things, is the placement of your energy into it.
Mm-hmm.
So I am working on, very amateurly, I might add,
Don't denigrate what you're doing.
a tabard, which is just a garment for Magickal wear, and it involves some basic sewing, and
Morning,
I know
Bob.
every stitch that I put into this, it's my energy going in. So, but the point is, I guess, is you can make your own tools and garb, or you can buy it, and it really has benefits to both. Right. Have any of you ever made your own tools or garments?
I have never made my own garment, but I did help process a garment that somebody made for me. Joy made us some really nice cloaks, and we went and picked out the fabrics and the accoutrements for them. Mystic, thank you for stopping in. Have a great Sunday.
Have a good Sunday. Hugs, Mystic.
Ooh, little tree sap. What do you mean by miniatures? Like miniature people, miniature like huts, buildings, like mini buildings and stuff, like a mini city? That'd be really cool.
I'm really enjoying this idea of making crafting stuff, magical stuff.
Yeah, Tendril, it sounds like that's on the same percentage line as what we were talking about earlier, so that's very interesting to know. I might have to look at that. I have a couple of purchased wands, and they are pretty, and they're very visual, and I like them, and I've used them. I also have a wand that I made off of the tree that fell in our backyard during Hurricane Ian. It's not finished, but it is, like, I've smoothed it out, I've made the length right, I've done a lot of stuff with it, and it just feels like it's mine.
Yeah.
But the other stuff does too. Like, I have olive carved chalices, which I really like. I can never do that. Maybe I could if I really wanted to. People say if you want to, you can, but I really don't want to. It's not my thing. Oh, that is too cool, Tree Sap. I would love to do that. We wanted to do that with Nightmare Before Christmas, but we just don't have the space to put anything because we're packers. What do you have that you've made other than your tabard?
Can't think of anything right now. That's the main thing. I've made like crafts and stuff for specific purposes, but I think especially I'm getting into it now, and I think it's fun. I think both are valid and both work and contain the energy. I think when you make it yourself, you're putting specifically your energy into it, but like with this, I can still harness magical energy from what I'm doing because it's the focus. But I really like this, even though I have no clue what I'm doing. I really like it because I'm like, man, I can make my own stuff, and I do want to make some tools as well. I don't need any tools, but I would like to learn to make them. I mean, I think especially, you know, maybe people in the city or stuff that don't have a lot of room to craft or a place to go to do it. There's nothing wrong. Well, it doesn't matter where you live. I'm just thinking, you know, that doesn't matter if you buy stuff. It still can work. I mean, I really like to make it. I make a lot of my own stuff, but purchase items isn't any less about. Yeah, I agree.
One of the things I like with the purchased items that I do, like even with my wands and things that we bought, is I work with them and I think of and do almost a mini ritual about, okay, I wonder where the constituents of this came from. Like, where did the olive wood come from that made the olive chalice over there on our altar? It's so pretty. Where did that wood come from? And then, you know, that tree that grew, where was the tree? And what was the tree like when it first existed? It was a sapling. Where did its seed come from, right? Had to come from another olive tree. How far back did that go? That's insane. The person that got the wood, how did the wood get cut? How did it get to where it's going? How did that person get it to their hands? Whether hand carved or machine carved? Who made the machine that carved it? I'm kind of like tracing a little etiology of it
So pretty.
to find out where it came from, right? I think that's really neat. 3D printing, I think of it kind of the same way. In TreeSap, there is a sign going on for us to get a 3D printer because this is the fourth person within a 24-hour span that has said they're getting a 3D printer or an engraving system.
I know. Yeah.
So, really want to do that too.
That is so cool. Unexplained. You create your own things that are put out. One that I use a lot, and it's cool, but
You know,
trying to create it like by hand is blind as Stevie Wonder.
You know what's
you can
funny?
do it in your head. I gotcha.
I can't see it or visualize it in my head. I can describe the pieces. I need somebody else to put it together as a vision, and then I can get the tools and make it.
Ooh, there goes 4.
Yep,
Dragon.
That's 5.
5.
That's insane. So yes, 3D. Everybody's getting a 3D printer. I hear resin's better than filament. That's all I know about them.
I think the things, the items, the paraphernalia, the clothes.
That is so cool.
It helps me get in that state of mind, and I think it's beautiful to think about things and what my intent is and what I want to do.
What's neat about trains and that it reminded me of some self-exploration I did, witchy self-exploration, part of my shadow work with trains. When I was a kid, I loved train sets. I had a Lionel train set, and my dad would take me to Trainland every year for Christmas. And we had a train that just kind of went everywhere, and how important it was symbolically to me, because the train, and what I wanted it for is I wanted it to connect things, and I wanted it to be able to carry things to 2 different locations. So I learned about myself how important it is for me to have access to things, and it's one of the reasons why I don't care about my house being messy, because in order for me to be comfortable, I have to have access to my stuff. It can't be away from me. So the train was kind of an insight into me wanting things to always be available and connected and can get them relatively quickly when I need them. I also buy like 2 and 3 of things when I buy things because I'm afraid of losing one. I always have to have it. So trains taught me that. Doing a shadow work session. Very cool.
Interesting.
I would definitely want to 3D print a thing. A village. That'd be fun. What else you got?
I want to make a fidget toy one day. That would be cool. Gosh, if you make one, Nick, please sell one.
I have some 3D printed fidget spinners and toys. They're very neat.
I think there's a lot of utility in being able to create and use tools and acrylic. Yes. Oh, cool.
Yeah, I have a lot of trouble with the visualization part of things. So,
I'm excited like a kid, like making this. I need to spend more time on it. But doing the sewing, it makes me feel I'm excited to make it. No matter what it looks like or how it turns out, I'm excited to do it, to make something for myself. So.
Yep, and I like things that aren't useful. Can we talk about that too real quick, and then we'll get to our next piece we want to talk about?
Yeah.
I just turned the fan on.
Excuse me. Do you need anything? Well, I'm up.
A tea would be great. We only have white. You only have white tea in there.
Oh, the one I made?
I think we want to use it out before it's too old. That is crazy, yeah. Train companies back today, old train lanterns, who's the good cook and the president. That's insane, unexplained. I love those stories. It's very cool. Yeah. Interesting information, Bob. I like that thought too. We're gonna look into it and see what we can come up with. I was just gonna mention creating things that don't have any intrinsic use is very important to me. I don't know how you guys feel about that. More like art stuff. So I'm doing a lot, Rook too, we're doing a lot of diamond art. And it's kind of like paint by numbers, but with plastic beads that are really shiny. And I have just so enjoyed creating them. And then after they're done, they seem useless. They're not tools for other things, but what they do provide is a sense of completion, a sense of art, a sense of beauty to look at. So I wanted to do a shout out for creating things that don't have any specific use as a tool. I think is really important so we can create stuff. One of the things I like creating trinkets. So I create and sew little bags where I can put like herbs and stuff in them and wear them. Um, I just like creating little things. I've created a pendulum once. That was pretty cool. So little bits and pieces of things that are more like art to kind of have an outlet for those things that you really enjoy. Those are all, I think, very interesting and neat, just ways to do it. Um, Creating energy. I don't call it a book, but I've been writing a document for about maybe 5 years now. And it literally, every time I learn something new or find a new process or system that I'm integrating into my practice, I go there and write a couple paragraphs about it, so that it can kind of be a story of my path. We keep our own grimoire here at the house. That's something that we've created over time. We have a little template where we'll type up stuff and I'm mad that we let it go during Hurricane Milton. When we lost power, we had a problem, but we lost our perpetual soup. And perpetual soup is a really cool thing where we make a stew every week or every couple weeks, and we take 4 to 6 ounces of it and we freeze it. Because when we make our next stew, no matter what it is, we put that frozen piece back in it, so that we can say over years and years of time or whatever time, we still have a soup. We still have a soup that has been basically cooking for years. Now the real way to I keep dropping my tip. The real way to do this is just to keep it cooking, but obviously that is unsafe. So this is a practice of tribes where they'd have a big pot of stew boiling, and it just boils forever as long as the tribe is there. They add stuff to it, they add water to it, they keep it cooking, they keep it going, and just every day they eat from it, they fill it back up, and they add water, they add more meat, they add more vegetables, and that soup just keeps cooking over for years. When that tribe is together, and when certain tribes moved, they would carry that stew with them and rebuild it. That's what we do with the perpetual stew, but instead of keeping it cooking 24/7, we save a portion of it and then reuse it, so that it's a perpetual stew. And unfortunately, we tracked it. Like we said, on this date, we added this, and we tracked it for 2 years. So it had like a little, ancestry line. Unfortunately, Hurricane Milton, we lost everything in the freezer, and we didn't trust to keep it going. So even though putting it in and heat cooking it probably would have been okay, it wasn't a chance we were willing to take. So we're going to restart that practice. But that's another one of those things where you've created something. And Tyndall, you're right. As long as you've created it and you enjoy it, that's its use. I like that. That makes a lot of sense. And thanks, Paranormal. Very cool. That is crazy, unexplained. I'd love to hear that whole story someday. We're running up on 11 o'clock, so I'm going to go ahead and open the queue for tarot. If you'd like a card, just tell us you want a card. And if you have a question, put your question in. Otherwise, everybody will get a general reading. And then Rook and I will pull 2 cards, or however many cards we feel we need to for that reason. And we'll go from there. So if you'd like a read, just pop your name in. Again, you'll get general if you don't say anything. If you have a question, pop in the question with it. We've had some really good reads out of these cards lately. Dragon Alchemist got you on the list. Can't type. Nick, what is theme of the week? Got you. Dragon, we want to talk about new job going well? Question mark. That makes me sad that I don't know about your new job because I haven't been talking to you guys enough lately. I have to get back to that. Little tree sap, got you. Paranormal, I got you also.
All around the world, same song. Did you real?
All right, make sure I didn't get any. Oh, Nick, sorry, I forgot to mention what is a grimoire. Different versions of a grimoire. Some call it their Book of Shadows. They are not the same thing. To me, the grimoire is really kind of a record of our practice, like a journal, whereas a Book of Shadows is more specific to I have my spells, I have my this, I have my that. The grimoire is a little more narrative to me, but it does have our spells and stuff in it. It has things that we've done and just practices in general. So that is how we manage the grimoire, or our thoughts on the grimoire. I'm not against sharing it. It's private. I wouldn't share all of it, but there are some things I would be okay sharing. Yeah. Sorry I missed that. Tendril, thanks for stopping in. Super appreciate you coming in. Do the same. Have an excellent day. Take care of yourself and others. I love that.
Ooh,
awesome.
Life-changing. That sounds like a good thing.
You're kind of in that boat too.
Yes.
It is a life-altering salary change.
Very good. Yes. Who is first? Dragon? Is that his first?
Dragon is first.
Oh my! These cards are a little bit bigger, but I can manage them.
Is that the Tattoo Tarot?
Yes. Dragon, and hers is
Kelvin, got you.
gonna go well. All right.
Let me get Kelvin on the list so we don't miss. So we have Dragon, Nick, Gina, Paranormal, Lil Tresap, Kelvin. If I missed anybody, please let me know. We're gonna have to move this a little bit. We gotta get our camera going. Let's switch this over. And I know, guys, that we've said it before, this camera does not focus very well. And I apologize for that, but it doesn't. It is too close to the area where we're actually using it, but we will try. We will try to get it as clean and clear as we can. But we're gonna go and transition over here and get this going for Dragon Dancer. So new job going well. You start, Rook, because I gotta shuffle a little bit more.
This deck that I am pulling from, quick story, is the Tattoo. It's the 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot by Lana Zellner. And about 4 or 5 years ago or so, it's the first tattoo deck I bought myself. I got home, I'd seen it at a little store here, Sunken Treasures, and didn't pick it up. Got back home and said, I've got to go get that deck. Drove back up, barely got there before they closed and bought it.
Missed that place.
I missed it, and I love the imagery, but I could not read with it. And somehow or another, I think you got me the Morgan Greer Tarot, which I wasn't looking for, and I was able to pick it up and read immediately. So now I am able to read with it, and it has beautiful images, and it just reminds me, that things work for us and don't work for us in different times. So I pulled for you Temperance. I can't tell if it's showing or not, but
I'll get there.
Temperance. So yes, we all know that it means keep it going, because you've got it. Whatever you've done, physically working or planning to secure this job, you've got there. And just keep it there. This is the easier part. Not saying you won't have challenges, but continue to manage it, to balance it. Take time for yourself along with work. So, Temperance. I think it's going to go well if you just continue your how you're managing stuff. So that's good. Yes, Mr. Unexplained, of
All
course.
right. So I pulled Dragon Alchemist.
Ooh, that's pretty. What deck?
10 of Cups. We're using the Tarot of Dragons. So as you probably know, the 10 of Cups is an amazing card when it comes to things feeling good and making positive outcomes. It is literally, to me, like a happy dance card. Like, I'm going to feel really good. So if you're asking specifically about a new job going well, and you're getting the 10 of Cups saying, oh, things are going to feel really good, you're going to feel comfortable, it's going to go well, along with Temperance, then I would have to say yes. The new job is going to work out. You're going to have some good progress with it. There's just 2 cards. We could probably pull more and get a little more information, but 10 of Cups is a clear positive sign to me.
I do want to do a stream like that, like we talked about doing full readings together.
We need to, but we don't ever.
But we need to.
So the 10 of Cups, again, if you look at it, you can see, I'm saying bring a little closer maybe, the 2 little baby dragons in the center. Some people call this the happy family card, but it just means success. And if you're doing well and you're happy, these 2 dragons are very happy. Your babies are happy. Your 2 little baby dragons are happy, right? The little dragon, dragon, then things are working out good for you. So I can only see the family life doing well. So that's what I get out of that very quickly.
Nice.
Nick wants to know the theme of the week.
Oh, theme of the week. All right.
What is it? Their specific theme of the week.
For they, for them, for thus. Theme of the week. Thank you. It's a good fit for all my skills. All right.
That is
wonderful.
Awesome. You'll have to tell us about it. That is so cool. All right, Nick, not Nickelodeon. I'm gonna date myself on that, too.
You can't do that on television.
Alanis Morissette. We used to call her Atlantic Porpoise for some reason. I have no idea why. All right, let me connect here, Nick. Theme of the week. Okay, so that cut did not work. I gotta shuffle one more time because that cut went nuts. Do this again. I got the moon.
Ooh.
So your theme of the week is paying attention to the little things that you miss in normal case, the normal walk of life. I know that I don't have a traditional experience with the moon, but the moon does represent these things that have to be seen in a different space or are in liminal space or need to be seen at the conjecture of light and dark. So the energy from this is understanding that there's a lot of things in front of you that you might not be seeing. Not good or bad. Doesn't mean like, oh God, you're missing it. It's just there's things there that you're not seeing. And maybe they have messages for you, so pay attention to them. My best recommendation is going out at dawn and again at dusk, just walking with no intent or just sitting, being quiet, and kind of just contemplating, what is going on around me? What do I see? What do I hear? What do I smell? What can I touch? And just like take in the environment around you and try to see if there's little messages that are there for you that you might not be able to see because the lights are too bright. That's the best way I can explain the moon for me. The sun illuminates everything and sometimes washes things out, but the moon provides just enough light when it's full that you can still exist, you can still see, and it illuminates things in a different perspective. So consider differing perspectives, look in the liminal spaces. There's a message that's kind of hanging out there for you that you've not been able to see.
All right. And I pulled 5 of wands, rods, whatever you want to call it. And so to me, this is a cool card. Like, it almost looks like a pentagram, like at the upper right, like it's building something passionate, maybe something spiritual. 5, kind of the halfway point. The foundation is there, but you're continuing on. And it just kind of reminds me, what it says to me is just keep the purpose, or keep the, what's the right word, inspiration there, and don't allow whatever it is, if it's a project or a group or whatever you're doing, to get away from the original purpose, because it's building like the pentagram almost in this picture. And if it gets away from the purpose, it has a tendency of not being what you wanted it to be. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but that's what I get from the card.
Like it.
I think it's a cool 5 of wands. I hope that makes some kind of sense, but if not, sorry. Yeah, I like that too. Explain.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it definitely can be. Yep.
Gina's up next.
Yep. These, yeah.
My expectation is that we probably will be at Roots later today, doing diamonds.
Diamonds. Let's see. Who's this?
Gina.
Oh, Regina. Hi, Regina.
General Reed.
It's Regina. like Virginia. Oh god, I gotta focus on the cards. I'm so sorry.
Gina's general read starts with the Emperor. The Emperor is the quintessential male masculine energy of strategy, organization, think spreadsheets versus artwork. And when the Emperor comes up, the general information that he's sharing with you is, be strategic, be organized. He's detail-oriented, very focused, does not do multitasking very well. So this is a reminder of something you need to focus on. So whatever's going on with you, whatever you're working on, probably work-related. It doesn't have to be. Depends on other cards, which, if we were doing a full read. But he's really just saying, like, you're kind of over everything, and you need to be a little more conservative, controlled, thoughtful about specific pieces, and the strategy of what you're doing. Right now, it may say or may feel like you don't have, like, a plan, and so things are kind of willy-nilly. So really need to work on a plan and kind of putting towards an outcome, like something that you're working towards. You're gonna get there. It's gonna be great, but you gotta have a plan. And right now, I think you're just doing things a little willy-nilly. And the Emperor says, bring in the plan, get the spreadsheet, fill out the spreadsheet, track the information, put your troops where they're supposed to be, your fighters, your ballistas. All of them things have to be figured out where they're gone, and all that comes based on information that you have to get. So a lot of air energy for me and the Emperor, a lot of air and a lot of earth energy. So being stable, but thoughtful and mindful. That is a pretty dragon.
That is a beautiful. These cards are beautiful. Dragon Tarot, I might have to get some.
So there's Dragon Tarot, Steampunk Tarot, and the Wizard's Tarot. Those three decks to me speak in the exact same language.
Oh, the Wizard's Tarot.
Those are the three decks I use the most.
That's one I'd like to look for.
I have it.
All right,
it's in
Gina.
a bag somewhere.
And I pulled for you the World. I just love this card, the drawing on here. So I happen to know something, what I think it is in your life, but something you've been working on is coming to an end, and I kind of know what that is, but maybe it might mean something different to you. A journey that you've been on for a few years is what I'm thinking of. So I think it's fitting, but take it to whatever specific instance in your life that you mean. Anytime I know somebody, I disconnect from what I know when I pull the card, and then that's what came up. So I think it's pretty relevant to Wicked for Good. I think it's pretty relevant to one of your parts of your life that you worked pretty hard on. And then you're going to start a new journey, hopefully in that area that you're wrapping up.
Yeah. When one door closes, the other door opens.
Yeah. So that's cool. Okay.
Link is in the general chat.
Yeah.
Dragon.
Lickety link. All right, then we got.
Next up is P-Dubs. Miss Paranormal.
Paranormal Witch.
That's a really pretty Emperor.
I didn't see it.
Oh, sorry, shuffled, but the big blue dragon sitting on top of the world.
I did too. Right here. Yeah, I did. So.
Yep. He's
All
guarding
right.
his palace, his kingdom. That kingdom could just simply be your person, yourself.
Could be your sanctuary.
When the Emperor starts to talk, he's talking about protecting your stuff.
General for her, she is at work.
All right,
don't
Pete.
get in trouble, girl.
Yeah, don't get in trouble. Five of Swords. Paranormal.
What's she doing?
So the Five of Swords generally shows up when something's not going really well for you, or there's an obstacle in your way and you're trying to figure out how to overcome it. You can kind of see in the card, hopefully, that there is a fighter here, a knight, who's trying to, I guess, take on this dragon. And he's lost his horse. His horse has run away. He's losing. He's lost. He has this big obstacle in front of him, but it generally speaks to this obstacle because it is a perceived obstacle. He's trying to fight this dragon, but doesn't realize that he doesn't need to fight the dragon. It's not there for him to fight. It's not supposed to be a relationship that's fighting. So whatever it is you're trying to do or you're trying to work on right now that is causing you difficulty or stress or inability to progress, as would represent by the 5 of Swords, you might need to look at it a different way and stop fighting it. Doesn't mean to accept it. It just might mean this isn't my fight. I just need to let that go and go over here and do this thing. So again, it's kind of thinking like, what is the right fight to fight, or fight the right battle, I guess, maybe. You know, because it's not, you don't have to win every battle to win the war kind of thing. So I'd really focus on that piece of it. And it definitely represents obstacles. Five of Swords is an obstacle that you're going to have to get through, but try a different way.
And I pulled Justice. So during those challenges, Justice just reminds me in this case to that justice will happen, okay? But stick to your values, stick to your, not morals, but your belief system. Don't compromise yourself in a response to something that someone else may do or may not do. Just stick to what you believe is right, because things will be made right, whatever that is. I don't know if that applies to anything specifically now or maybe in the near future. Hey, La Petite. Hi.
That was
here,
coming.
my baby. Oh, come here. She's my sugar bumps.
All right, Paranormal. Hope that gave you some information. And little Tree Sap is up next.
I love this little bungie.
She was the one that started the Chi Love.
Yes, I love that you come to me. Your card. Oops. Don't forget your card.
Thank you.
We're on Paranormal. No, we're on Little Tree Sap.
Little Tree Sap. See what we got. You are welcome.
Hey, Mom.
This is the large mouse pad they're talking about getting something like that for.
Oh, yeah? What is this,
Magic.
a mouse pad?
Yeah. It came from Sean Cross Tarot.
Oh, that's cool. That's a nice thing to charge and include.
Mm-hmm.
Or to include in there.
Well, Tree Sap, we got a lot of swords today.
A lot of air, a lot of wisdom.
Knight of Swords, Tree Sap is a really good card for pulling or thinking energies that are mind, are training, education, reading. It's all about, the Knight anyway, is all about being a master of learning and master of a process. So whatever you're doing recently, you have got some new knowledge. You've got some new learning that is coming on board for you to then go and experience, which is important because the knight doesn't really have the experience of like the queen and the king, right? It has all the excitement of the page. Really interested. So if this were the Page of Swords, it's like, all right, man, I started this new school. I'm taking this new class. Got this new book. The knight is, I got this new knowledge. I have read this new book. I have this new information. Now I have to go do something. I have to really go into it and look into what's next. So it's really about something new coming that is very mind-oriented, very, very... mind isn't the word I'm trying to look for. Very knowledge-specific. And it is a very good portent to me of you, representing you. I talk about this a lot, where the court cards generally represent people, generally the person you're reading, sometimes not. But in this case, it is this whole push to I now have the new I know about the new information, but now I have to actually do something with it and run into it, go into that process. So that is awesome. Let's see, the job hunt. Awesome, congratulations, possibilities.
Oh, yeah. An interview.
So I would say if you're looking at actual possibilities, consider the ones that are going to give you the mental challenge that you need for work to keep things, like in the brain, not something different than that. So maybe they're all the same, I don't know. But this guy, this Knight of Swords really wants things to be in the brain, to be mind forward, to be knowledge forward and thoughtful.
cannot type on these
I
split
will.
keyboards.
You can do your card.
All right.
Because we have such little space.
I pulled, and I do. I just take into the energy of the card, the Hermit, reversed, and maybe in this new thing there's what I get
I know
is
it's
that
reversed, but I'm just showing them right side up.
I love these cards. While you're going through this process of a new job, the possibilities, I would say be aware to not isolate maybe too much. Maybe we need a little interaction or feedback, and not that we have to follow other people's feedback, but just to the experience of that, like communication interaction. It's just telling me kind of maybe include a little bit more interaction or conversation. Maybe don't just isolate so much. Maybe I don't know. I don't know if that makes any sense. And I don't want to. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. My
That's
dear,
all that matters.
I don't know if you're picking up what I'm putting down.
But it's getting put down.
That's what got put down.
All right, Kelvin, you're up next, sir.
Kelvin.
Did you know
Yes.
that when you look into a dog's eyes, both human and dog release oxytocin, which is a really good, feel good, and stress lowering hormone?
Oh.
And I know the proof of it because every time I look at my petite, her tail wiggles.
Oh, she boom.
Yeah, your tail. If I had a tail, my petite, I'd wag it for every time I see you.
You're welcome.
Such a good
Thank
girl.
you for hanging out. This is for Kelvin. Lord Kelvin.
saying how sweet she is, and she starts growling. What happened? Ah, another page. Page of Pentacles, Kelvin. We're on an Earth mission now. Like I said before, our court cards represent people, generally you. So you take in the energy of you being the Page of Pentacles. This means get into something new physically. Either something that makes you feel good, something that's motion or movement related. Move around, go outside, do something a little bit different than you normally do. Break your normal traditions or your normal cycle of what you do every day. And try to go, feel, do, experience something different in the physical world. It can be something as simple as, crafting is a thing, an activity of some sort that uses your hands or movement. But the Page of Pentacles really wants you to get moving and get excited about doing something physical in the world. And that is where we will focus. One of the things I really like about Pentacles is that they're always exactly what they look like. And if you see in this card, this dragon is sitting there like, yep, this is my pentacles. I'm going out and touching it. I live in this beautiful cave. I've got all these things around me, and I'm experiencing this bit of world. So really would focus on that part of information. So a lot of earth energy in that card.
Yeah, the Pentacles, huh?
Pentacles.
All right. And I drew the beautiful and lovely Three of Swords. And this little girl, she seems like she's in anguish, but her eyes are covered and closed. And what this is telling me is that there is a danger could be a danger in going into things just based on like emotion, or going into them and forming an opinion or a stance without really thinking about it. That's what the swords remind me of, is more of a thought process to do. So this week, maybe just be aware of anything that you feel a reaction to, that you're jumping to a feeling about it, opinion about, a reaction to, that's more of an emotional, and try to think it through a little bit and don't have eyes blinded or closed. That makes sense?
Nice. Pretty card.
Beautiful card. You're far too kind.
Unexplained is last on the list.
But never least. Save the best for last. Don't kill me, everybody else. We love Unexplained. And we love everybody.
Except Trump.
Except Trump. Fuck Trump.
Alright,
The
Unexplained.
universe said that.
Unexplained general. I think it was a general reading. I don't think you had a question specifically, or am I missing that?
Ooh, I know how to connect to unexplained. Connecting to his cards to connect him. Putting them over there. All right. No questions.
All right, we got another pinnacle, the Saya.
Pinnacles and swords today, huh?
Yeah, the Saya. A lot of court cards too. Almost everyone's been a court card.
Yeah, I've had a couple of.
Just reading between the lines
majors.
for everybody that's still hanging out with us. When we see a trend, or when I see a trend like this with my cards, I want to share that our energy's coming up, and all of these things are in context of people and ourselves. So we really need to be kind to ourselves and to each other. This is really focusing on people. But anyway, the Sire of Pentacles, also you might know as the King of Pentacles, is a very aligned with Taurus, which makes sense, right? A very, very high Earth. And he's holding onto a pentacle here, and he's kind of breathing down a little bit to a smaller dragon, maybe a child that's there, and it's basically representing this need to pass information on to others, to bring forward some positive outcomes for others. So this can be done in ways of like donations, spending time with somebody, reviewing something for somebody, training somebody, teaching somebody a new thing. Just it's passing of information down from one to the next in the physical realm. And so he's really big on that, very Emperor energy, like we talked about earlier, with the Emperor being masculine. So is the Sire of Pentacles, but he's also very specific to things that he can touch and feel and that are physical to him. So we would stay focused on those things and passing down things that you can do or have done physically for others. I get the feeling of like the things that come to mind anyway are, volunteering at a soup kitchen. We're getting kind of into the holidays, or, picking up and delivering groceries for somebody. It's all physical things that you can give to others, that you can provide to others. There's things that I know about you that you're doing that would fit into this. So, but I'm not going to make that connection for you. It's whatever you feel. That is what I get from my Sire of Pentacles.
Lovely card. I drew a 3. I've had 3s today. 3 of Swords, 3 of Cups. And so I know recently you've said that you don't, and I may be misquoting, like a lot of people, but you like your people. This is telling me this week, try to interact with some people virtually or in person, and not on like an occult or an unexplained topic type of basic, but more of a personal and kind of nourishing conversation or interaction, more for you, and not about like what you normally would. Like, try to take the gift of a connection with a small group of friends this week. It feels that it will do you well right now. So
nice.
Yeah, I love that card too. Yeah, that's what I see.
The 3s.
A lot of 3. Well, a couple 3s for me today, but I pulled out.
Hopefully that gave you a little bit of insight.
Hopefully.
It's been a great day. I've really enjoyed this conversation with everybody. And thank you for being a part of it. We have a couple things we got to run and do real quick before we even out our day.
Got a little homework.
But thank you all for joining and for having a conversation. This is a highlight of me whenever we do our show.
Yeah.
And we are starting to get a nice little backlog of videos we can post up when we can't do our show. So thank you again. Any closing words?
You. And just hugs, guys. Have a great Sunday and a great week.
Bye.
Bye.